All right, everyone. So for today's meal, we're gonna put this in the slow cooker. It's Applewood smoked bacon pork loin, and this was sent to us in friend mail via Walmart grocery haul. So I'm gonna get this in the slow cooker and let it cook, and we'll have sandwiches with it today. All right, everyone. So here is, we made that pork loin and I just made it into pulled pork. I just don't have any barbecue sauce in it because we both thought it actually had a really good taste the way it was. I didn't put any seasonings on it. It is already seasoned. It's hardwood smoked bacon or something seasoning. So I didn't put no salt, no pepper, nothing, and it has a really good taste by itself. So I just shredded it up a little bit, put it on hamburger buns, and sometimes I use barbecue sauce, sometimes I don't. So we are just having pulled pork sandwiches from it. So that's our supper for this Wednesday night. All right, everyone. So I'm making supper for this Sunday night and meals made at home. That's 2 chicken breasts I just diced up, and I browned them in olive oil, and then I put a little bit of water and 2 bouillon cubes in there. So that's going to make the juice for what it's going in. All right, so what it's going in are these no yolk butter noodles. Egg noodles, whatever you want to call them. I just call them butter noodles. So I'm going to boil up these, cook them, and mix that chicken into it. And then Glenn's going to also put some sweet peas in his. And I actually just, Glenn is going to also use some barbecue sauce for his. And for me, I just do mine with butter. I like the butter noodles and a little bit of salt and pepper, and that's what I'm having as mine. All right, so that's our simple meal for this Sunday night, and meals made at home. All right, everyone, so here is our supper for this Sunday night, meals made at home, and just some butter noodles with chicken breast, and yeah, that's it. A simple but delicious meal. So stay tuned for the next meal. All right, everyone. So welcome to another meal, and I made some taco meat for lunch, so that's what we're having. This time I was going to remember to spread the sour cream first. I already took Glenn his. Yesterday we had an amazing day out. We went to the RC airfield again. And he flew some of his planes, and then we did some stuff afterwards. It was just an amazing time, and I didn't record any of it because it was just us time. So, but I'll tell you all about it in another vlog. But right now I'm just making some tacos. Later on tonight for supper, we're going to try those country fried steaks. I'll make some mashed potatoes. Oh, I cut some limes. I have some fresh limes in the fridge, so you know how I like my limes on my burritos and tacos. These are fajita size tortillas, so I haven't tried the mix that was sent to me in the Walmart friend mail. But we have some tortillas to go through first, and then I'm going to try that. It's going to be a good thing to have for the fall and winter. So we'll go through our regular tortillas first. These might even be burritos. And I cut some tomato. This tomato was actually sent to us in the very first Walmart delivery haul from Tracy, and the tomato was still good. We ate one, and this was the second one, and it was still good, so I'm using that up. I guess I'm going to just have some mini burritos. Might be a little messy, but that's okay. Messy's good. There we go. All right, there is our lunch, and stay tuned for the next meal. All right, everyone. We're going to be eating these country fried steaks that were sent to us in the Walmart delivery haul. So I'm going to go ahead and cook these. And they're already fully cooked, so you're just basically warming them up. Directions on the back. Throw them in the oven. So let's open these up and see what it looks like. All right, so here are the patties. Pretty good size, I might say. There's my hand, and I don't really have a big hand. So I'm going to go ahead. It looks like there's 6 in here. Oh, so what I'm going to do is make, oh no, there's 5. 5, right? Yeah, there's 5. So I'm going to make 3 right now, 1 for me and 2 for Glenn. And then I'm going to save the other 2 for another meal. So maybe tomorrow we might have that, the rest of it. And I guess apparently you're supposed to keep them froze. I actually thawed them out, so they might not take as long to cook or warm. And it does come with the white powder or the white gravy mix. So, and I am not a fan of the white gravy, but Glenn does like it. So I might heat up some beef gravy for myself because he doesn't like this, so I never make it for myself. So, all right, so I'm going to get these in the oven. And I think I'm going to heat them for 10 minutes on one side and 5 on the other. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put these in the refrigerator. We're just going to go ahead and eat them tomorrow because I'm pretty sure I made enough mashed potatoes. I'm making homemade mashed potatoes. I'm saving all our instant mashed potatoes for emergency purposes. So as long as I have fresh potatoes, I'm making them fresh. So, all right, so I'm going to throw these in the fridge. I think, or I don't know if I can refreeze these. I'll throw them in the fridge. They should be okay, I think. All right, so here's the white gravy. Whisk together the mix and a half a cup of cool tap water set aside. All right, so pretty simple. Measure and pour 1.5 cups of water into a saucepan. Bring water to a full boil. Pour and whisk the gravy water mix. Blend into boiling water. Okay, we're going to make this. Alright, so first we're going to do the gravy mix with a half a cup of water. We're going to whisk that together. Alright, so now we're going to set this aside, and in a saucepan we're going to put 1.5 cups of water and bring it to a boil. And when it comes to a boil, we're going to add this mixture and then basically mix it and then bring it to a boil. Alright, so I'm going to do this. Alright, so forgot to mention, I did line this. Well, you can see I lined it with tin foil, but I also lightly sprayed it with cooking oil. So they're not sticking, so that's a good thing. They smell really good. Nice patties. All right, I'm going to put it in for the last 5 minutes. Okay, so we're also going to have these little mandarin orange juice cups or fruit cups. These were also sent to us in that Walmart haul, so we're using up some food here. All right, so Glenn's going to have 2 of them. All right, so I put the gravy in a bowl for Glenn, and he could disperse it how he wants to. So, all right, so I'm just going to put it in this bowl, cover it up, and the steaks are just about done. All right, there's his, and that's our supper for this Tuesday night. All right, now there's his plate. I got the potatoes on there now. All right, everyone, so here is my plate. I think I'm going to go ahead and bypass the gravy. Like I said, I've never been a fan of the white gravy, and I'm not a big person for gravy, so I actually like to eat mashed potatoes just like that. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm very tired tonight. I'm very exhausted from our day out yesterday, and I don't know why it exhausted me so much. But I'm going to go ahead and have one of these cups of mandarin oranges. And that's going to be supper for this Tuesday night. And stay tuned for the next meal. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new day. It is, what is it? It's Wednesday afternoon, just after 12. It's 12:15. And welcome to a new meal. So I'm making lunch. We did not have breakfast. And my meal made at home is going to be a pizza, pepperoni pizza quesadilla. So if you've been with the channel a lot, you know I love my quesadillas. So I have some fajita size flour tortillas. And this I just shredded up. It's this block of mozzarella cheese, Sargento. It's an 8-ounce block, and I just shredded up the whole thing because that's basically what I use it for, is pizza quesadillas. And this actually is my favorite cheese. Not my favorite cheese, but my favorite type of mozzarella, because it melts so nice, so creamy. Yeah, it's I don't know if you noticed, but different mozzarella's melt different than other mozzarella's, if that makes sense. Like, I've had some mozzarella shredded that's pre-shredded. It does not melt good at all. So these, we were actually given these at the food pantry like over a year ago, and I had them in the freezer. I knew I liked them, so I kept them in the freezer. So this is the last block we have. But it's low moisture skim mozzarella, I guess. But yeah, I don't know if you noticed that mozzarella's melt different, but this one, if you just shred it up yourself, melts amazing. I love this stuff. This is probably the only mozzarella I will ever get again. Alright, so I just took some pepperoni out of the freezer. And yes, the two Rugrats are playing, Gypsy and Patches. They're having a good old time in there. So I'm going to just make my pizza quesadilla. And Glenn actually he's not much for quesadillas. And he wasn't sure what he wanted, so I just told him, well, I just went to McDonald's and used my app, and we had enough points to get a free McChicken sandwich, and he eats those, so I just got him one of those. So I didn't want anything from McDonald's. I don't really like a whole lot of food from McDonald's anymore. The older I get, the less I like it. I do love their apple pies though when they're fresh. So, but nonetheless, I'm gonna make my quesadilla now, and I'll be back. Alright everyone, so here is my pepperoni pizza quesadilla. Now you can do several things, like you can do roll-ups, using the same stuff. I used to eat roll-ups. I actually used to get them out of the food machine when I used to work. And I used to do pepperoni roll-ups and stuff like that, so. Alright. But you can see that gooey cheese in there. Oh, it's going to be so delicious. Just pulling apart like that. Oh my gosh. Love it when cheese does that. Alright, there is my lunch for this Wednesday afternoon. And stay tuned for supper. Now for supper, we have 2 more of those country fried steaks. Glenn's going to eat those because he was able to eat 2 of them last night. And we have leftover taco meat as well, and I know he will not eat that, so I'll eat the leftover taco meat and he'll eat the country fried steak. So that way we're using up what we have. Alright, so I'm going to enjoy my pepperoni pizza quesadilla. Look at that cheese just oozing out.